Have you ever found yourself staring out at your backyard, just imagining what it could be? But then that little shudder of dread kicks in when you think about actually managing a big project? Well, if that sounds familiar, you're definitely in the right place. We're going to dive into what it really takes to transform an outdoor space, and we'll do it by looking at what true craftsmanship means through the eyes of one Bayside expert.
Right, so we all have that dream. But the reality of a big building project, well, it can feel like a nightmare waiting to happen. So how do you actually bridge that gap between the vision in your head and a beautiful, finished product without all the stress? Let's get into it.
You can practically see it now, can't you? A stunning timber deck for those weekend barbecues. Maybe a cool, modern pergola for sunny afternoons. It's that perfect extension of your home, the one you've always wanted.
And then reality bites. That dream quickly gets clouded by the what-ifs. You start thinking about the stress, the potential mess, the budgets that just seem to blow out, and the nightmare of trying to find reliable people. It's honestly enough to make you just say, you know what, maybe next year.
Okay, but what if there was a totally different way to approach this? Instead of you having to juggle a bunch of different people, what if you had one single guide for the entire journey? In this case, that guide is the master craftsman himself, Chris Archer.
The whole foundation of this approach is experience, and we're not talking about just a few years here. We're talking over 3 decades of hands-on, in-the-trenches work with timber. That's not just building things. That's 30-plus years of knowing every little thing that can go wrong, and exactly how to fix it before it even becomes a problem.
And here is the absolute game changer. You deal directly with the person doing the work. No subcontractors, no middlemen, no miscommunication. You have one point of contact from the very first measurement to the final sweep-up. That direct line is what gets you a smooth, predictable result without all the usual drama.
Of course, true craftsmanship is also about using the right materials. And for the Bayside area, Merbau timber isn't just a random choice. It's picked for a reason. It's incredibly tough against termites, it performs really well in bushfire-prone areas, and it's low maintenance. For you, the homeowner, that just means peace of mind for years and years to come.
Now you might be thinking, this is all about decks, but that's not the whole story. When you have this level of expertise, it's not just limited to one type of project. It actually covers a whole range of services, all designed to make your home better.
So yeah, you've got your classic, beautiful timber decks and modern pergolas, just like you'd expect. But look at this, verandas that add real character and value, and even garage conversions to turn that dusty, unused area into a proper living space. It's all about improving the way you actually live in your home.
Okay, so we've covered the what, but let's talk about the how. Because let's be honest, one of the biggest fears in any project is a confusing, murky process where you never quite know what's going on. So this next part is all about clearing that fog.
The whole thing is broken down into 4 really simple, stress-free steps. It all kicks off with a free on-site chat. No pressure, no commitment. Then you get a fixed, itemized quote. That means no nasty surprises later on. Step 3 is the build itself, focused on precision and care. And maybe the best part, the final step ensures the site is left spotless so you can just start enjoying it right away.
So what really makes this different? What sets it apart from everyone else? You know, it's often not the big flashy stuff. The real proof is always in the details. It's about a specific set of promises that are made to every single client, every single time.
This right here is where trust is built. We've already talked about the fixed quotes and the no subcontractor rule, but check this out. A 3-year structural warranty. That's putting your money where your mouth is. And then it's the little things, like a signature border frame and the promise to leave your yard even tidier than before. That screams quality.
Look, promises are great, but talk is cheap, right? The real proof, the stuff that really matters, comes from the people who have actually gone through the whole process. So let's hear from some of your Bayside neighbors.
So take this from Allison over in Brighton East. Listen to the words she uses. Thorough assessment, fair quote, meticulous work, and a tidy site. Does that sound familiar? It's literally the process and the promise we just talked about, playing out in the real world. That's consistency.
And then there's Jess's experience, which adds another crucial layer. Great communication, kept us updated, and, the big one, the project stayed on budget. When you put these reviews together, you get the full picture. Clear pricing, clean work, great communication, and absolutely no financial surprises.
So after seeing the process, hearing the promises, and reading the proof from real homeowners, the question really just comes back to you. Are you ready to take that first step and finally transform your own outdoor space?
And the best part is,
Getting started is designed to be incredibly simple. You've got two clear options. You can pick up the phone and call Chris directly, usually for an on-site quote within just 48 hours. Or, if you prefer, you can just fill out the contact form on the website to get that free consultation on the books. Easy.
So, we'll leave you with this final thought. A project like this is never just about adding a structure to your house. It's about creating a whole new hub for your life. For family memories, for quiet mornings with a coffee, for entertaining friends. So the real question isn't just what you would build, but how could it fundamentally change the way you live in and love your home every single day?